Hello everyone, today I'm at the Parish Church of St Andrew in the centre of Newcastle-Upon-Tyne. We're not far from St James's Park and Chinatown. And actually here I think Sam Fender's doing a warm-up set at the moment, or unless he's on stage yet. I think it's a bit too early to be on stage. But look at this. This is the old medieval town wall, which is part of the graveyard. So I've just come through Newcastle because it's Father's Day and I'm with my daughter. We're going for a meal. I'm a little bit hungover, so I might be a little bit delicate when I'm going around here. But this is an absolutely beautiful churchyard. Look at it, right in the centre of Newcastle. Got the old medieval town walls going right through the middle of it. And then, I haven't even noticed, look at these headstones on the floor. Look, I don't know if these were originally in the church, but I hadn't noticed them before. Some absolutely beautiful old headstones. I think they're called table crypts and stuff. But, there's a blue plaque up here as well. What's this? The town wall, or the town wall. In 1810, part of the wall was removed to allow access from Darn Crook to Gallagher. The Andrew Tower to the north of here was lost when the churchyard was enlarged in 1818. So it's a bit noisy because, as I said, we're right next to the main roads near the Eldon Square. It's a beautiful churchyard. Lots of old headstones from the 1700s. Look at that. It's rather warm here. To the memory of Elizabeth Lawson, died December the 16th, 1834, aged 72 years. Afflictions are long. Afflictions are long time she bore. Physicians strived in vain till God did please. Local call her hence. Lovely epitaph. So we've got part of it. These are some of these huge, these headstones. And there's the town wall, comes right through it. Look at that. How many churchyards have got an old medieval wall through the middle? Possibly there might have been burials down here as well, but absolutely stunning spot. It's a grand monument. That's beautiful, look at that. This stone was erected by James Guthrie in memory of his ancestors and of his daughter Anne, who died October the 11th, 1793, aged 5 years. Guthrie's a good Scottish name, so possibly come down from there in the 1700s. And then we've got the family burial place of Newcastle-Upon-Tyne of Thomas Barclay Guthrie and James Newcastle Guthrie, George Guthrie and Mary Elizabeth Guthrie, their children who died in infancy. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4 sadly passed away. There's got to be some relation to that one, but look at the detail on that. Beautiful. And these flowers are popping out. So look at this one over here. Apologies for the noise. You might have seen this on loads of the videos I do of that particular insignia. This stone was erected, sadly it's all disappeared. It's a surname I've never seen before. Mr. John Bath, or Bathe, died 1802. There it is again, look at that. What's that? The hopes of a blessed resurrection are deposited here, the remains of Margaret, wife of Andrew Sutherland, who departed this life October the 18th, 1776, aged 43 years. So Sutherland, another Scottish name. And look at that. Here lieth the body of Philip Milborne, butcher. And then we've got John Milborne, plumber of this town. He died 1851. And to the upright there ariseth light in the darkness. And now look at this. Sacred to the memory of Francis, relict of Thomas Innes, that's another Scottish surname, Esquire, formerly a captain in His Majesty's 43rd Regiment of Infantry. The above Thomas Innes died in London, March 4, 1785, aged 34 years. I wonder. I'd love to know where Thomas served. He went all over the world. Oh, people have gone from down here, so I'm popped down this bit, which has got loads of old ones. Look at that church. Absolutely stunning. There's more people coming in. It must be an activity where you can go and look at certain graves around the cemetery. In here, loads of headstones. That's the burial place of Charles and Esther Howe. Mary, his former wife, died 1787. Elizabeth Wilson, formerly of Kingswood, Northumberland. The family burial place of Charles and Margaret Wallace of Newcastle, another Scottish surname. Absolutely tons of Scottish surnames. Come down here. Just to give you an example where we are, right next to the back of the Eldon Square, centre of Newcastle. Look at that. The old and the new. I'm absolutely starving. Going for an Italian. Down Grey Street after this. The burial place of Henry Walton, gentleman of this town. Maria, daughter. That one, 1811, departed this life, aged 6 months. There's just tons of people in here. I'm having to go to different corners so I don't catch them on the camera, but go down here. Have a look at this. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. To the memory of Mary Warwick, who died May the 23rd, 1795 in Percy Street, Newcastle, aged 19 years. It's that Resurgenus. Be wise in time, beauty and youth, exempt no one from the grave. What an absolutely stunning epitaph that is. Then we've got Richard Warwick, died the 18th of October 1811, aged 23 years. He arrested the youth from suffering free, and now he lives with God. And then there's a Jane Patterson, another Scottish name. Everyone's, I think most of the ones I've looked at are Scottish names, I suppose. Probably only, probably 60 odd miles from, well, it's a border at Parish, but if you go across as the crow flies over Otterburn way. Look at this. Walter Hall, Jane, his wife, died. The family burial place of Walter Hall, Jane, his wife, died 18th of June 1827, aged 43 years. She welcomed death and found it. Gain or care? And it mentions Hannah and Elizabeth, daughters who died in infancy. Just look at at that. Look at the detail that's gone in to carving that particular stone. Elizabeth Craig, who died much lamented. God, what's this? To the memory of Elizabeth Craig, another Scottish surname, who died much lamented January the 12th, 1834, aged 31 years. In this short space of 14 months, herself and 3 children were interred here. Her bereaved parents have erected this stone. Last sad tribute of affection for an only child. So their only child. I'd love to be able to read that. Stop, reader. Whosoever thou art, and something early doom, and then it's typical memento mori memorial for that one. Look at this one. Thomas, son of Thomas Gunn. I think even Gunn's a Scottish surname as well, you know. The mortal remains of Elizabeth Marshall, wife of Joseph Marshall, something Edge in the county of Cumberland, who departed this life. See, sadly, some of that's worn away. The burial place of Mary, wife of the Reverend William Turner, who died January 16th, 1797, aged 37. Also their children. Thomas died 11 months old. John died 26 months. And Philip Holland died 1811, aged 21 years. Also Jane, second wife of the above. There's so much history in these places, but absolutely stunning places. And then here, the burial place of Jacob Lambert, another Scottish surname. I know that because I've got Lambert ancestors. Gentleman who died 2nd of September 1792, aged 56 years. Absolutely beautiful. Walking back this way now, I can see loads. Now look at this one here. Here lies the remains of Joshua Story, also of somebody else, but that's just absolutely beautiful. And then family burial place of Francis Truitt, shipbuilder, who departed this life 25th of December, so Christmas Day, December 1777, aged 62 years, and then Mary, his wife. Francis Truitt. Take a picture of this. I know somebody called Truitt. What was the history? I actually think the church is open. I've never actually been in before. But rather warm. I'm going to take some photos after the video because it is such a beautiful place. And so there we have it. Parish Church of St Andrew in Newcastle. I would definitely recommend paying a visit if you're ever in Newcastle. Just have a walk around. There's so much history, and then some more headstones. So, it says Charles Everson, the most important English concerto composer of the 18th century, was buried alongside his wife, son and grandson for his much love for the goodness of his private character as for his excellent competitions. Right, I'm going to end the video there because I'm absolutely starving and I want to get me